Hello, this is Hope Kaya of SantaFeWebDesign.net, and this is a short tutorial on adding and sizing an image as you add it to a Joomla website when you're using the JCE Content Editor and you're using front-end editing function of Joomla. This works with the admin area or back-end editing too, but I'm going to be demonstrating the front-end editing. And the plugin we're working with is from the Joomla Content Editor, which I always recommend people use on their Joomla sites. It adds excellent functionality and ease of editing. And you do have to pay for the plugins, but they're not very much. And the plugin we're talking about today, I just add all their plugins to all my sites. And the plugin we're talking about today is the Image Manager. So we're back on the Ecotourism Puerto Rico site, which is one I recommend to you. It's a sweet site about a lovely eco guest cottage and guest house in Puerto Rico. What you need on your site is a login link. And if you don't have one, maybe your web designer has given you a URL, which is just as good, but you have to be able to log in, which I've already done. I clicked on the login link and I put in my username and password, and now I see the little pencil icon on a little piece of paper. So let's say that we're on the About Us page and we want to add a picture. I've got a picture waiting right here on my desktop, and I'm going to click on Edit Article. And then you see all the little icons show up that are from the JCE Content Editor. And this is the Image Manager one, and that's the one we're going to use today. There's another image one that comes with JCE, but the one with the little yellow star is really the Image Manager plugin, which is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the article. I'm going to put my cursor to the left of where I want the picture to show up, and we're just going to do this briefly and delete it because this is just practice. But if you want an image to show up on the right or the left, you always put your cursor and click on the left first before you put the image on there. Otherwise, let's say we want the picture to show up here and you click and you insert it. It could break the flow of the text and make it look really bad. So what you do is you put your cursor to the left, and then you later tell the picture you want it to float to the right, and that's what I'll demonstrate now. So I'm putting my cursor, okay, maybe I will just put it here, and I'm going to click on Insert Edit Image. And now these are all the images that are already on the site, which I could choose from, but they're already being used. I want to upload from my hard drive, right? So I'm clicking on Upload, and then I can just drag and drop this image here, okay? Now, sometimes this doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, you're going to have to look at the other videos I made there's one on YouTube for alternative image editing with Joomla. That'll work. So now you'll see that this image is 640 pixels by 480. And let's say you want to make it small. Wait. Yeah, so I've selected the image, and it's a good time to rename it actually. So this is Sana and Tai.jpg. And we're going to resize it, and we're going to make it, say, 200 pixels. Because this is just going to be a little thumbnail that fits in the article. It's not going to be a big picture. So we can resize it before we even upload it, which is nice because then you're uploading a really small file to your server, and you're not loading down your server. It's going to be read as a very small file on your website, which is very good because then it'll load really quickly. Okay, so I've renamed it. Oh, I don't need to have the extra JPG on there, I see. Only one JPG. And then I've resized it. And then I'm not going to make a thumbnail. I've just resized it here. I don't need two versions of this image. And I'm going to upload it. So now you can see it here, right? And so we can select it. And you can see it's 200 by 140. And you can change the text here to be something that a search engine would like, and that I recommend highly if it's appropriate. So this might be ecotourism, eco guest cottage owner Sana Nickel and her daughter Tai. So see what I'm saying is I made the alternative text accurate to what the picture is. I'm not faking anything, but I do have some keywords that somebody might search for in the alternative text. So that's what we've done. Now we're going to say we want it on the right. Did you see what happened over here? I'm going to undo that. So this preview area is really cool, right? It shows you how the text is going to flow in relation to the image. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to go to the right. And you may, depending on the size of these little fake pieces of text, the text might be bumping right up against this. It's not, but I'm going to make sure that it doesn't. And I'm going to deselect equal values. And on the left side of this image, I'm going to give padding of 15. Okay? And I'm going to, and I hit tab, and it sort of showed that this word would have bumped down because it's a long word, and that's fine. All right, so we've selected the image, and we know we've selected it because it shows up here. We've got our alt tag. We've assigned an alignment, and we're ready to insert it. So see how it shows up here? So I'm going to save this image by scrolling to the top, hit save, and you're going to see that image showing up live on the site. We're going to get in there and delete it because this was just practice. But so I'm going to click on the edit button again. And here's another cool thing you can do, I should show you, is you can give it a caption because we've installed the JCE Content Editor caption plugin. So you can click on the image and then you can click on the caption icon, and then up here, you know, it right away it populated the caption with the alt tag, and we can just leave it like that. And let's center the text. Okay, so once again we have a cool preview down here, right? Although it's stretching the text way beyond what the image is, which is not going to be the way. It'll only give you the width of the image of the text equal to the width of the picture, so that's not really accurate. But we're going to center it, and then we're going to hit save, insert, and see how that worked. Isn't that great? So now I'm going to scroll to the top, and I'm going to save it, and we'll see that live before I delete the image. And I would use some cascading style sheet code to tweak the caption to make it smaller and maybe even give a background color to this whole thing. But you do have a caption right there. That worked, okay? But now we're going to delete it, and you'll see how to delete an image. We'll just scroll down, click on it, and I want to make sure I delete everything, including the caption. So see how right over here we can select that little caption notification? That means I'm going to delete everything. So I'm going to hit delete. And now we're back to the way we were, and I'm going to save it. So that's just a quick tutorial on how to add images to the front end of your website in a Joomla site, and to size the image as you do it. Again, this is Hope Kaya of SantaFeWebDesign.net. Please enjoy Joomla.